Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Carla Fitz. I am a certified life coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful little girls. My hope for this podcast is to offer support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to this episode, you guys. It has been an awesome week, just spending some time with my kiddos and really stepping into homeschooling and enjoying all of this, all that it comes with too. Because as you know, life is 50-50 and half the time I absolutely love homeschooling and half the time I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? It's just, it's part of the journey, right? Today's episode, we are going to be talking about hurry. And this has been in my mind because I am currently reading a book named The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. It was actually recommended to me by one of my friends who's also homeschooling. And I just want to thank you. If you're listening to this podcast, I just want to thank you. It has been life-changing. It's been one of those things where, how did I not read this book sooner? And it also has explained to me partly why I decided with my husband to homeschool. And it's also given me so much insight of our life as a society, and how much our society has trained us to be in a hurry, how much our society has prepared us for a time in our life where if our phones do not load the thing fast enough, we lose our patience. Like, how many of us are out there constantly in a rush because we are so busy and we are constantly saying, there's not enough time in the day. I just wish I had more time. I just wish I had more time. And it's getting out of control. I also heard Father Mike Schmitz talk about how somebody else has said this, and this was actually in this book too, but I remember listening to Father, and he said that the single most dangerous things that will take us away from our faith, that will prevent us from connecting to God, is being in a hurry. And it shocked me because we have so much going on right now that could prevent us from being with Jesus, that could prevent us from growing in a spiritual life, that it just really shocked me. I was just like, what? Being in a hurry is the problem out of all the things out there? It's hurry that we're struggling with? And it's hurry that we are struggling with. Because so many of us are so ready to get to the next thing without even recognizing where we're at right now. So I just want to dive into this and give you some insights and also give you some practices that you can start implementing in your life in order to stop the hurry. So let's just start by talking a little bit about our time, this period of time that we live in right now. For me, I remember growing up in a time period where phones were not a thing, right? Like, I didn't have a phone. I got a phone when I was 15. So for 15 years, I didn't know what being distracted all the time was. I would either read a book or a journal or play or be outside or be at the pool or be with our friends, right? Like, that's how we kept busy. But now we get busy at all times because of our phones. And I'm not saying that phones are just evil, pure evil, because it's not true. There are so many things that have come because we have our phones. Like, one of those things for me is maps. I don't know how we survived before maps. I can't imagine. Like, we live in a city where it's big enough that I don't know where everything is. And having Google Maps is phenomenal. It is a gift to my life. Also, podcasts. Like, I love listening to other people's insights and learning. It has made it so much easier for us to learn and to grow, right? Audiobooks. Anyone else? Like, I am one of those people that it is not the easiest thing for me to sit and read. Not because I don't want to. I actually really enjoy it. but I have some issues with my eyes that it just doesn't let me read like a normal person reads. And so having audiobooks for me is such a gift. But it has also created this addiction where we just want to pick up the phone all the time because it gives us that quick win, right? Our brains, I have talked about this before, so I'm sorry if you've heard it a million times, but our brains love dopamine. Our brains are primed for pleasure. They're primed for getting that quick satisfaction. And prior to phones, that satisfaction came from spending time with God, from reading a book, from cozying up, from something exciting, right? Where now that dopamine gets fed every single second by every single like you get, by the message that pop in your phone. Right now, we live in a society where we want to get those quick wins as fast and as often as we can. This is also why we have overeating, we have overspending, we have over busying ourselves. We do everything in an extreme because we want that dopamine. We want that moment of satisfaction as fast and as often as we can. And it's created this distance because what happens when we busy ourselves is we prevent ourselves from showing up in the things that we actually want to show up for. So, for example, let's say you are like me, you are a mom. We get up in the morning, we have to get breakfast ready, we get the kids ready, we get them dressed, we get them in the car, we drop them off. In a lot of people's cases, it's drop them off at school, you go to your job, you do the next thing, you work the whole day, then you come home, you have to get supper ready, you get the kids, you have to come home, eat something, give them a shower, get them ready for bed, and then it's bedtime, and you're exhausted, for the record, because you've spent the whole day working. When we busy ourselves to the brim, the first thing to go is going to mass. The first thing to go out of the schedule is making it to a holy hour. The first thing to go is sitting in quiet time to pray, because who has time for that? We are so busy that it's difficult to find those pockets of time. One of the things that I was thinking is, how often do we just throw out the window some quiet time for ourselves? In the book, he talked about how the one and only time we have complete silence in our life, it's maybe when we shower. And you guys, I don't know about you, but I love to play music during showers. I'm hardly ever in a quiet place unless I purposely choose to be in a quiet place. And it is in this quiet place where we choose to not step into hurrying, where we find God. Jesus went away in the desert, in a quiet place to connect and to recoup. Why? Because when we are in a hurry all day long, every single day of the week, every week of the month, we get exhausted. We are burnt out. We are on edge. We are frustrated. We are short-tempered. And who gets affected by this? Most of the time it's our loved ones. And I am not sharing this with you to shame you. I'm sharing this with you because I am there all the time. I very on purpose try to be more calm with my girls, to slow down a little bit more. But I know the feeling of being in a hurry. Here's the truth. When you say to yourself, and if you say to yourself, I need more time in the day, this is what I want to share with you. You do not need more time in the day. You need to slow down. If you are so busy that you can't find the time to spend some quiet time with God, then you need to find it even more. This is the time where you need to find that quiet time and spend some time with God and with your brain and with yourself and get in touch again with your why. Why are we living this life? We are not living this life to be in a hurry and then die and be like, oh, whoops, what did I do with my time? I don't know. It kind of just flew by. God wants us to make conscious decisions, to get clear on what our priorities are, and then being able to balance them out. If you have not heard it, I have a podcast on balancing your priorities. So go back and check that one out. Because I think so often we get so busy because society says we need to be busy. Evidently, back in the day, if you were successful and you were wealthy, you were known because you had more free time. Now, the standard is that if you are wealthy and successful, you have less time because you get so busy that you forget why you even did it in the first place. How many of us start a business and when you're in the middle of the business, you're like, I hate this. I have no time for myself. And what was the purpose of creating your own business? Freedom. And we forget because we are in a hurry. The reason why we get in a hurry is because we want to feel a certain way sooner rather than later. But when you understand that you are in authority to change your thoughts, that you are allowed to feel that way now, you don't have to be in such a hurry. I want to share with you guys an example that is a constant battle for me and a constant reminder of why we should not be in such a hurry. When it is bedtime in my house, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but like right after supper, my girls get crazier than ever. This is the time when they're like, let's run around and let's race upstairs and let's fall and let's hurt each other. Like it's chaos time. Yes? Anybody else? So they get upstairs. We're getting ready for bed. My husband and I are like, oh my goodness, could you guys just go to bed? And we get in such a hurry to lay them down. Like just go down in bed and pass out so that I can have some quiet time. But we miss in that particular moment of crazy and chaos, the joy in our kids' eyes, in their smile, in their laughter, in their playing. Because we are so ready to get to the point where we are in silence. And when we're in a hurry, we miss it. So then the next thing is they're in bed, they pass out, there's silence, and I lay down in my bed and I breathe for 2 seconds and I feel the quiet. And my brain thinks, I miss my baby. Oh, I just want to go snuggle her up. Anybody else do this to themselves? Here is why we do this to ourselves. Because when we are in a hurry, we miss on the beautiful moments that you are in right now. When you understand and when you have the knowledge that life is 50-50, you learn to be more present and less in a hurry. When we are trying to change something in our lives, please don't do it from a place of getting there so that we can get it over with. This is a journey. How different would it be if every single night I allowed myself to be in the moment with my girls, enjoying their laughter, enjoying their crazy, not dying to get to when they're down, and enjoy that moment. And when they go to bed, I'm able to just sit in silence, having enjoyed that moment with them. Of course, for some of you, it will be different. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. It's a little chaotic at all times in my house. And this is something that truly I continuously want to foster within me. It's just not a natural thing. For me, being calm and steady and level-headed is not the most natural feeling. For me, it's like, oh, there's chaos. I just want to get frustrated and be done with it. But this is something that I truly want to foster, not just within me, but in those that are around me all the time. And when we give up hurry, when we give up the need to get it done quicker, we are able to enjoy the journey so much better and with so much purpose. I want to remind you all that it is not better there than it is here. Don't be in a hurry so much to get it done. Enjoy it. Because once it's done, you will miss it. When I was trying to become an entrepreneur, I was so ready to be done with my job. And then I left my job and I missed parts of it. But what if we allowed ourselves to walk at a pace that represents Jesus? how many times did we see him or do we hear of him being in a hurry? I think of the story with Lazarus. He finds out that Lazarus has died. His friend, his brother, he loved him. And he gets the news that he just died. And what does Jesus do? He doesn't drop off everything and runs. He waits 2 days to go see him. He wasn't in a hurry. He wasn't snapping at everyone around them. He was always working towards finding that pocket of time where he could retrieve from the madness, reconnect with God, and make decisions on purpose. This is a practice we must start in our life. To slow down, to breathe, to find calm, to find quiet, and to stop being in a hurry. I hope you guys practice this. All I would encourage you to do this week is to find those pockets of time daily where you are in silence, where you can go for a walk without headphones, without kids, without husband, just finding that pocket of time where you can either move or you can sit at a holy hour and find that quiet time to recoup. To remember that we have this one precious life on this earth. To remember that the primary goal of this life is to get to heaven. Not to get through with it and get it done, but to live it, to experience it, not to miss it. Remember that God wants us to grow in His image and likeness. And one of the things that represents Jesus is calm, quiet, and not in a hurry. I will be thinking of you and praying for you as you do this work, and know that I am also doing it with you. I am not perfect, but I am always trying to grow into the next version of myself. And I hope you are too. Until next time, God bless. Thank you for joining the Catholic Life Coach podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with a friend and leave a review to help this channel grow and reach more and more amazing Catholic women. Also, if you are interested in having a free coaching call with me, make sure to sign up for a time that works for you. The link is in the description. I cannot wait to see you there. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. And until next one, God bless.